Hello, Capricorn. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Animal Wisdom Tarot by Don Brunk, illustrated by Ola Leola. There is a website for them, CICO Books, if you'd like to check it out. Support of Oracle Cards, Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. The website for them is shewhoisart.com. I think has all of them, but there's a couple other ones there if you're interested. Feel free to freeze frame and search them out if you would like to. What do we have for Capricorn? Ooh, that's a good one to start with. Oh, you got the Crow too. I love the Crow card. It's usually a very good card. Even though it's the Nine of Swords, it comes in a really positive way for this this deck. So let's see how it goes. There's a level of protection here too with that Crow card. I'm feeling that right off the bat. What starts this situation? Concern for a loved one. Honeybee Heart Awakener, I believe is usually the Lover's card in most decks. It's number 6. I think that's the Lover's card. You got Justice coming in a few times here. Okay. The situation, are you missing information? You're missing information. I think that's a big piece of this. It's somebody you care about very deeply, and there's missing information. They're hiding something. I'm seeing this, which is that a shrimp? I don't know if that's a shrimp or what that thing is. But this is the Ace of Cups. But I feel like something is hiding. They're hiding something. This is in the challenge position. They are hiding something. It's about somebody you love. They're hiding something. But the thing is, justice is coming in. Whatever it is they're hiding, I feel like you'll handle it when you find out what it is, in the sense of like, it just seems like it's one of those things like, okay, well, now that I know, I can help them with that. It's very calm. Your energy does feel very calm with this. Kind of like, because at first it's like, oh, I don't think that's right. Like, something feels very harsh here. Something feels over, what do you call it? Overdone, overbearing. It's just over. Something feels like it's too much here. Like, this is just overdone. Something is just too much. And you're kind of like, I don't think that's fair to happen to this person, but justice is coming in. And I'm seeing this with the Crow, Nine of Swords. See, the Crow's a healing energy. I see crows healing. I know not everybody does, but I do. Justice is coming in again, but these are your challenge cards to realize what's happening here is actually fair. There's a lot of missing information, but the thing is, once you see or hear or experience or get that information, because it's like it's going to take a minute. You got passion coming in with the Five of Cups, which is the jellyfish, which the jellyfish is a very curious creature, because it seems to me like they're very beautiful to watch, but you don't want them to touch you. From what I understand, I've never gotten stung by one, but I understand it's not a pleasant experience. This is not this. It's like I have a lot of love for this situation, but once I have to encounter it, it's kind of like this isn't. I don't like it at first, and it's very upsetting to me. I want to get in there and fix it. That passion is very interesting, because I think it's because you want to get in there and help this person. Kind of like, oh, that's not right. That shouldn't happen that way, and you want to get in there and fix it. But I feel like by wanting to get in there and fix it, you actually gather more information. Kind of like, well, if I'm going to help them, I got to understand more about what's going on. Through gathering of the information, because you have the King of Pentacles here, which don't get caught up in the gender, but you want to help this person. I feel like you're motivated to help them, but in true Capricorn style, you're like, well, I need something to stand on. I need to know what I'm talking about. I need to find some facts here. I need to find some facts. I need to unearth this stuff to see what I'm really dealing with so I can actually help. Through that process, you're like, oh, so that's what's been going on. So that's why this happened. So that's why that is fair. So that's why this is justice for this person. They have been doing things that they should not have been doing. And they got caught. And now the cold blade of steel of justice, I don't know if I'm saying that right, the cold blade of justice is coming in on them, and that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And you're figuring it out. You're unearthing it all yourself, because you want to help. But it's kind of like, I have to find out the truth. I need to know what the pieces are here to help. And then you're like, oh, okay. Because whatever they were hiding, you figure it out. I just feel like you know where to go for it, and it's just like you haven't been trying to find out till now. When you see this happening, you try to find out, and that's what happens. Now, you seem to have compassion. Now, that doesn't mean you agree with what they did. I don't want to come across like that. I'm not saying you agree with what they did, but you have some compassion for, like, understanding how they got where they got. Agreeing with it is its own ball of wax. Compassion, like, okay, I can understand how they got where they got, but we need to go a different direction. You do seem to have compassion for this person. And I feel like they're grieving, but the blessing with the Hierophant here, because this is how you're affecting them, they don't feel like, they don't like it. I feel like there's a little bit of embarrassment here, or some type of something like that. Could be shame. But I don't think shame fits, though. Maybe some embarrassment at first. But the grieving makes me feel like they're going to address it, own it, and just own up to it with you. Because you're gonna find out, and you're going to be like, this is what I saw, so what's going on? Is that true? And I feel like they're going to tell you, like, yeah, that's true. I have been doing that. I feel like they're going to be honest with you. They've made some bad decisions, and they feel bad about that. That's what I'm getting the grieving. But with the blessing after this, I feel like you're kind of like, all right, you know what? Life is like that. We all make some decisions, and we look back, and we're like, that really wasn't the best. But now that you know that this is not working, let's go a different direction. And it's almost like you're kind of like, come with me, we'll go a different direction. You're helping this person stabilize. You're giving them something to stand on, kind of like, listen, this can go better. I'll help you go better. I'll talk with you. I'll help you figure out a plan so you can go in a better direction. Where is this going? There's fire coming in here. There's a lot of fire all of a sudden. You do have the Passion card on your side, and I get that. But the fire I'm seeing is on their side with the Page of Fire, the Two of Fire, they're branches, but fire rods. And then the Call to Awakening, which I'm thinking is the Sun card. I don't know. I'm assuming it is, but I could be wrong. But that's how it feels to me, so I'm rolling with it. I'm an intuitive reader anyway. They've got a lot going their way. I feel like the sooner they drop what's going wrong and they go in the right direction, and I feel like you're all for it. Like, whatever this is, you're like, yeah, the sooner you drop that and go in a better direction, the better, and then we'll just kind of lock that in. The longer you stay in that direction, the better direction, the more you're gonna help to secure it and keep them there. It's kind of like I'm gonna block off that other road, and I'm gonna like erase the maps and throw away the key. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna make it so you have a really hard time getting back there. So this is one of those times where quick change is okay with you, because whatever was going on, you're like, that was not good at all. We do need quick change here. I'm just gonna, do my best to make sure you can't go back there. So I'll block it off, so that way I don't have to worry about you returning to that old way again. The psychic ability comes in here. I almost feel like they're looking like it's. I choke on it a little bit because I don't think it's literal psychic. It could be for some of them, but I don't think it's like. I'm more seeing like they believe in you, and you're saying, if you go this way with me, you're going to be over there later and it's going to be so much better. You don't have to feel like this anymore. You can let that pain go. And I feel like they're looking at it like, the way you talk about it, they look at it as if it's a guarantee. Does life really have guarantees? I don't think so. But I feel like you work with it. I feel like you work with it. There could be a psychic thing with it. It's not bad. If you're dealing with somebody who has these psychic abilities, take it with a grain of salt, I keep getting. I don't know why to say that. Like, I mean, obviously I have psychic moments, but I don't know, I just feel like this isn't bad. I don't know, unless you have psychic moments yourself, this might be a little, just something where they say something off color or something a little odd. I don't know, they're just saying there might be something like this going on here. Especially if you're dealing with somebody who's walking away from substance abuse. There might be some type of psychic connection. Sometimes people do that. They use substances to dull it, so because they're uncomfortable with it. I've known a lot of people who, I really have actually, who have some type of psychic thing going on, and they don't deal with it very well. So they turn to some type of substance, or they just run from it, just because they were taught to fear it, or I don't know what, or they had a very bad experience when they were young. So there might be some of that going on here. It's very random to me this is showing up. If that's happening, they might need some assistance, maybe like finding some exercises or some type of meditations, maybe yoga. I don't know why yoga, I don't know why, but that's coming in. Like, they might need some type of relaxation to calm down and just be more at peace with who they are. So I think that's what that yoga thing is about, maybe, possibly. Meditation, stuff like that. If this is an issue, they might need something spiritually to hold on to that's not going to demonize them for having those abilities, if that makes sense. So if that's there, I don't think that's going to be for everybody, because it kind of was floating on the top here. Just some of you might be dealing with somebody like this. It might be a big key to the puzzle. If you're able to address it, I don't think it's something you're going to fix for them, but I feel like they just need to find a way to be at peace with whatever it is. That would very greatly stabilize the situation if they could just find some type of peace with it, so that it doesn't become something that they have to find a different way to run from. So it's kind of like somebody who used to be an alcoholic. Instead of them being an alcoholic, now they overeat to run from their feelings. Or, that didn't work, so now instead of doing that, now they turn to sex to run from their feelings. And okay, maybe that didn't work, so now they turn to becoming a workaholic to just not deal with their feelings. They just keep trying to run towards something else rather than what's upsetting them. Which I noticed I just said that to Capricorns. Like, Capricorn, earth signs tend to work a lot, but there's a difference between being a workaholic and running from things versus trying to build something. So workaholic I think of as a bad thing. Somebody who works for what they want and puts a lot of effort into it, that's not a workaholic. It's when you're using work as an excuse to hide from something else. That's, to me, what a workaholic is. That's a negative thing. Somebody who puts a lot of effort in, puts a lot of hard work into something towards a goal, to me, that's not bad. I feel like the workaholic thing gets a little bit confused sometimes. Anything else with that? I think it's good. This seems to be fine. I feel like we want to be careful with this, though. Especially if, like, the workaholic thing, there's one little piece I want to say, because Capricorn putting a lot of work into something, that's your natural jam. I don't see a Capricorn using that as an escape. Like, you have goals, you work towards your goals, you make your goals happen. It's different. This person might do something similar to you, but for them it might be running from dealing with something rather than creating a goal. It's different. Like, it works different for you than them. Be aware of it. Like, I don't feel a negative, I don't know how to explain it. Like, that workaholic thing, I just feel like I'm not explaining it well. Like if you're like Capricorn tends to work a lot, but there's a reason, there's a goal, and that goal is attained. It doesn't feel bad to me. But when somebody's just doing, like, they're just like, oh, I just got to do something. I'll just keep working at this. I'll just keep working at that. And they just, especially if they're jumping from one to next, like, if the sun's up, I need to be doing something. I got to sweep. I got to clean. I got to run. I got to do this. I got to fix that. I got to build this. I got to find another job to take up this time. I got to look at this. I got to write that. Like, if they're constantly like, I got to do this. I got to, and if they don't take breaks to enjoy life, because I think that's the thing. Capricorn every now and then will enjoy life. They will find a place to enjoy life. If this person is just like, I just gotta keep moving. I just gotta. That's the negative version of it. So I hope I am explaining that well. I just feel like that could come off wrong if I don't say it right. Because like it's different when you build it and create something, but like you also take time for yourself and instill. Like Capricorn has a balance. You know how much it feels right to you to where you gotta enjoy life this much and you gotta work this much. And a lot of times it feels like Capricorn and the earth signs in general, they find joy in life by building something. You could be building your own deck, for example, and enjoying every moment of it. Other people might build that same deck and enjoy the outcome, but really find it difficult to build it. Like that's too much work for them. For you, it might be different. Like you're enjoying it, so that's a part of your pleasure. Either I've made sense by now or I'm just not gonna. I'm just gonna let it go. All right, so I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information that's below with the same email, thank you for watching and have a great day.